guitarists who learn Little Wing stop at the intro, but verse 2 is where Hendrix gets even more interesting. And bar 1 of verse 2 alone contains a move that almost nobody else would think to play. Hi, my name is Abe Allam, and in this video we're going to look at one of the most interesting parts of Little Wing that is way too often overlooked. There's a free tab in the description for everything I'm about to play, the notation, the audio play-along file, and the original guitar profile of the transcription in the link in the description. Before we get started with bar 1 of verse 2 of Little Wing, I want to tune, because I am tuned a half step down, just like the original recording. Here we go. Okay, now that we're in tune, let's check out the first bar of the second verse in Little Wing. The first bar looks simple, but it's not. Hendrix does something here that's not just a musical idea, it's a guitaristic one. He's thinking about the instrument, and this is something more guitarists should think about. I didn't think this way. I studied horn players and I played with piano players, but the guitar can do some really unique things. So the way Hendrix plays, he takes full advantage of the guitar as an instrument. He's thinking about the instrument, not just theory. And this is a key principle to understanding great guitar playing, taking advantage of this instrument, which can do things that other instruments can't. So I'm going to play the first bar, and then I'll break it down in just a moment. Here we go. So let's break this down. First of all, the bar before, we've just got on the E of beat 4, which is the second 16th note, a muted strum with an up strum, and then down on the and of 4. So it just sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Simple enough. And then we've got the open E string. If you've watched my other videos, this is a part of Hendrix comping concept. So starting with the root note, he does this in all of his tunes, and my videos cover how to comp and how to play rhythm guitar like Hendrix. So we've got the open E string, and then there's going to be a fill in between. That's another part of Hendrix rhythm guitar playing. So the fill is this. Here it is slower. I'm not going to lie, it took me a little bit to actually learn this. These are called grace notes, these quick hammer-ons. And the only string that doesn't have a grace note is the G string in this idea. Here it is slow, that first bar. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 2, 3, 4. It's really tricky to just get the right open strings to ring out, but keep practicing and you'll get it together. One thing I want to point out about this bar before we move on to bar 2, because honestly this is like my favorite bar of this whole thing, and it's first, which is funny. Hammering on a C sharp over an E minor chord. That's a very jazzy sounding thing to do. All right, let's check out bar number 2. It's over the chord G major. Here that is again slow. 2, 3, 4. One more time slow. 2, 3, 4. Now, the part that's easy to miss in this idea is not the thumb on the root or the fill. It's actually the upstroke moving in to the next bass note. This is an often overlooked part of Hendrix playing, which is these upstrokes into the root of the next chord. If you listen closely to Hendrix playing, you'll hear that he does this all the time, okay? So we just want to keep in mind where we're at in the bar so that we can catch it. All right. Now this idea, it's not super hard to play. You're just sliding around. But coming from way up here, perfectly landing on that G with the thumb, that can be tricky. It can be very easy to miss that 3rd fret. Let's try those 2 bars nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, how did that feel? It might take some practice under the fingers. I mean, this isn't elementary stuff we're playing right now, okay? So the next bar actually is, I spoke too soon because the next bar is deceptively simple. We get a bar of a pretty simple idea, and then two bars later we get basically the hardest idea in the entire verse. But now we're at an A minor chord. That's the 3rd chord of the little wing progression, and our thumb is on A, and it sounds like this. Now you may have noticed I moved my thumb to use my index finger. Honestly, that's the best way I know to play it, but I'm not sure if Hendrix does something like this. He probably does, to be honest, just with the thumb. That feels really awkward to me, but if you want to play it the way he played it, use the thumb for that first part of the idea. Here it is slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I feel guilty for not doing it the way he did it. All right, so the next bar, we've got an E minor chord. And this idea is typical Hendrix, sort of an echo back to the intro idea that Hendrix plays over E minor. Check it out. Here it is again, slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. The coolest part about this bar is the swing at the end of the bar. That's the sound. That's the sound you're hearing in the original recording. Go back and listen to that, and I don't know if it was just the era, but trying to get that swing feel the way he does is very difficult, but it sounds awesome. The key to swing is to emphasize the upbeat. Of course, there's a timing thing too. What would ordinarily sound like the second note sounds like it has a slight delay, but it also has an accent. And that's what makes it sound really cool. Those are swing eighth notes. I've got a video on how to get the Hendrix feel where I talk about this in depth. Okay, so. Okay, that bar is the trickiest bar in this verse. Yeah, here we go. Nice and slow. And by the way, this bar is tabbed out for free, again, in the description, the first link in the description. So feel free to follow along, print it out, do whatever you want with it as we go through this tricky bar. It's over B minor, so. Let's try playing that slow. Here we go. 2, 3, 4. Playing it slow might even be harder than playing it fast, honestly. This is one of those ideas where it just feels like Hendrix's picking hand was just freely playing different notes of the chord. Like he was making the shape with his fretting hand and then just sort of picking notes from the chord. The rhythm's really interesting. It's also interesting that the second chord, it's a B flat major chord. A lot of people play that second chord of this part as a B flat minor chord, but it's not. Let's try it again slow one more time. 2, 3, 4. All right. Now the next bar contains an idea that is sort of an exception to the Hendrix rule of starting each comping phrase by playing the root and then a fill. Sometimes Hendrix will play a fill and then the root. He'll switch it up on you like that. He does this quite often in All Along the Watchtower, and I've transcribed his comping from that song. Check that out because it is very cool. So here's how the bar over A minor goes. Now, this idea is really interesting too. Over an A minor. That's interesting to emphasize basically the notes of a D major chord. A minor and D have, they're kind of similar, right? This second half of the idea, it's over a C major chord. And we've got this suspended idea, emphasizing F to E. This is an E major triad. Here it is slow. 2, 3, 4. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Next bar is a G major chord. And this is a bar that I've seen a lot of basically every major tab and pro transcription I've seen, they get this bar wrong. I'll tell you what they put, and then I'll show you what Hendrix is actually playing. So a lot of times they'll put Hendrix hammering on from an open string somehow. But really what he's playing is this idea. So if you checked out verse 1, my video on verse 1, it's this shape, this somewhat difficult to play voicing. I call these Hendrix voicings because they're pretty much unique to him. So this is how the next bar goes. All right, a little tricky. I'm aiming for this note, but the octave could be present too. It's kind of tricky to play though, both those notes. And then grab this chord. You gotta move your fingers quick. This is a tricky bar. Let's try breaking down just the first part. So, just that part. Oh, I missed it. And then the second half of the bar is we've got to move all of our fingers. And we've got the intro idea. And then Hendrix does that sort of up scrape type thing. Or he may actually just hit this F note twice. One thing that confused me a little bit transcribing this, because I actually want to do it by ear. I don't want to just look up a transcription and trust that they're transcribing the right thing, because often it's wrong. I might be wrong, but, you know, rather trust my ears. It sort of sounds like Hendrix doing this. And going all the way up here, because I don't hear where, you know, he switches to another string. It may be that Hendrix is playing this. Switching to the ring finger here. Listen to the original recording and, you know, come up with your best guess, but let's try playing it together. 2, 3, 4. Or let's try it again and maybe try moving your ring finger. I think that might be how the recording goes. 2, 3, 4. I'm not sure. Listen to it. All right, next bar is just a C major chord, and these next two bars are very simple. It's just C major, and then a whammy bar dive. So you don't need Little Wing to use any of these ideas. I'm going to show you the same approach over G, E minor, A minor, and D. So the first time through, I'll play the ideas from Little Wing, from the second verse of Little Wing. And then the second time through the progression, I'll just use the concept of landing on the root and playing a fill in between, inner voice movement in the chord. Here it goes. Remember, I'm just playing G, E minor, A minor, D. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. That is so much fun. Free tab with the notation and audio play along and the original Guitar Pro transcription in the first link below. And if you want the complete Little Wing breakdown, verse 1, verse 2, the intro, everything Hendrix is really playing, subscribe because that video is coming soon. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.